Today we are working with 7 amazing artists, many assistants, and an entire photo crew to create a tarot card inspired photo editorial that is going to be featured in Makeup Artist magazine come this December. So this photo shoot came together because Devril Weeks, a longtime photographer for Makeup Artist magazine, has experienced working with all of these amazing artists that are here today, and he pitched them to Michael Key, the owner and publisher of Makeup Artist magazine, and said, these are people you need to know, people we need to be focusing on. And so Michael met with them a few months ago at a luncheon and was really amazed at the people he met and the things that were coming together from this from the conversations there. And slowly, well, rather quickly actually, it evolved into this, let's do an entire photo shoot, let's create this entire theme and idea. And it's been extremely amazing to work with this group of people to have this piece come together.
My name is Todd Tucker. I am the president of Illusion Industry, which is where we are right now. The reason why I decided to donate the space for the makeup tests, first of all, I'm on the pack over at MUD, and I'm also a big fan of Makeup Artist magazine, and I'm happy to help out anytime it's something that has to do with the new youth of America who wants to do special effects makeup. Any way that we can help promote that and motivate them, I'm a big fan of that and happy to help anytime.
No, I actually never got to see him apply. This is like...
My name is Shelby Michael Patton, and I am applying the Death prosthetic makeup today. I got involved in the shoot because of Devril. He reached out to me and told me that he was putting together, at the time, I believe it was a lunch with Michael Key, and he was just identifying younger artists that he wanted Michael Key to kind of meet and get to know a little bit. Devril really deeply, he's deeply involved in the makeup artist community and also really committed to building a bigger sense of community. And so I know that he was just really trying to give some of us younger artists an opportunity to grow. The collaboration with Makeup Artist magazine and all of the other fantastic artists has been really amazing. I feel really lucky that I am included in this group of just such really talented, amazing young women. Makeup Artist magazine, to me, is basically the largest and most important publication for our industry. And Makeup Artist magazine is really the tastemaker when it comes to the professional makeup industry. Pretty much everybody who is anybody has been in Makeup Artist magazine. They put on the most important makeup events like IMATs. Makeup Artist magazine is a huge deal. I went to Makeup Designory in Burbank, California for my professional training as a makeup artist. I graduated almost 4 years ago. In fact, it will be tomorrow that it was 4 years ago. So that's kind of nice for some synchronicity. I really can't overstate enough the impact that MUD, Makeup Designory, has had on my career. Some of the most important mentors in my life I've met because of Makeup Designory. I competed in Battle of the Brushes right after I graduated from makeup school and won, and that was a huge stepping stone for me in my career. And Makeup Designory, even since my graduation, has always been super involved and committed in helping me and all other graduates really wherever they can help you take that next step in your career, they really care about it. MUD is full of really passionate teachers and staff who genuinely care about their students, and I'm just so proud to be an alumni of MUD. When I found out that I had this opportunity to apply a makeup to be in Makeup Artist magazine, I absolutely reached out to my former teachers and mentors from Makeup Designory because I really wanted to do something that was big and kind of worthy of being in the magazine. I wanted to do something that was good enough, I guess. So I reached out to several people that I knew from my days at Mud. Chad Washam, who was one of my biggest mentors, he assisted me so much with sculpting the face and the cowl prosthetics. And then Ray Schaeffer, who was my 301 teacher, he allowed me to come into his classroom and do my mold making there. And then he also helped run foam with me, because it's been a little bit since I've done foam. And also just Gil Romero, like, he's just such an incredible ally, and is so generous letting me come in and use the workspace. It's been really great to have the support.
Hi, I'm Kwame, and I'm here with Makeup Artist Magazine, modeling for Shelby Michael Patton, and I'm the death card. I like to think death is open to a lot of interpretation, but usually when I arrive, I like to think that something else is following behind. That's the positive outlook of everything, but if you're kind of dark, nothing's coming.
My name is Kristin Quinn. I'm here assisting Shelby Michael on the death makeup. I've also been bouncing around, helping out all the other makeups. I've been really involved and trying to help everyone out a little bit. I have some experience in hair, so I helped color the wig for Juliet because they weren't quite happy with the color. So we colored that last night for her, and I've also been helping apply some of the wigs today for all the other creations that have been going on. My experience at Mud has really honestly brought me here. I wouldn't have been here without Mud at all. That's how I got brought on to even be a part of this, and even just the skill set I've learned at Mud, everything has tied into this through the whole program. I have 3 days left of my program, and I can honestly say like everything that I've learned has pulled into this shoot. All the effects stuff that's going on, all the beauty stuff that's going on, all the hair, everything has been tied into my education that I've learned at Makeup Designory.
Hi, I'm Felicia Quick, and I'm assisting Shelby Michael today. Collaborating with Shelby has been so amazing. She's so talented, and she's so, she allows you to take freedom to kind of do what you think is right on the makeup. She's not overly controlling, which is really nice when you're assisting. And she's obviously such an amazing artist, and she created such beautiful pieces and put so much work into this character. I attended Makeup Designory. I think it's helped so much within my career because I honestly have gotten so many jobs through Mud and through my teachers and through the career services, and I'm actually currently employed over at the Mud Labs that creates the prosthetics for all of the Mud schools. So a lot of my employment has been because of Mud, and of course my involvement with this shoot is because of one of my Mud teachers as well. I also work with Mud doing a lot of their open houses and demonstrations, so I've gotten to create a real relationship, and it's been really nice. They're like a family.
Hi there, I'm Juliet Landau, and I'm the High Priestess. The High Priestess, her qualities are divinity, intuition, she's powerful, magical, mysterious. She's got all these incredible qualities, and it's really about the sort of unconscious versus the conscious mind. Deverell, who's the photographer, is my husband, and we've been working together on a whole number of projects. Actually, we have a feature film that we just co-directed, and we've done tons of photography, still shoots, and have worked for Makeup Artist Magazine endless times, and of course Dev has been working with Makeup Artist Magazine for 15 or is it 20 years now? I think 20 years actually. So it's been a real joy to come and play with this particular imagery, all inspired by tarot cards, and getting to sort of delve into this character has been really fun. Shelby created the death character, and they thought it was a really interesting juxtaposition to have the High Priestess and death together in a sort of more classical, romantic, ethereal beauty makeup with the prosthetic makeup, and the two characters sort of working off of each other. And one is full of life force, and the other one is actually taking life force. So I thought that would be a very interesting pairing.
My name is Victoria Vizi, and I am doing the High Priestess makeup on Juliet Landau. So I got involved with this shoot through Mr. Deverell Weeks. He is the photographer at Mud, and one day when we were practicing at the school, since I'm still in Beauty 301, we were working on a model, and he was looking at my work on camera, and he turned to me and he goes, "I want you to meet someone." And so he took me into the lab room at the school and introduced me to Shelby Michael, who is doing Death's makeup for the shoot. And I had met her before through some other job opportunities that I had with Mr. Deverell as well. and he told her that I was going to be doing the makeup on her team, which kind of took me back because originally I was just going to be doing some work with him, like regarding camera or grip stuff. And so obviously I was very excited, a little nervous, and over the involvement from that day, which was about 2 weeks ago, until now, a lot has changed. Originally, I was just going to be her assistant, and then it evolved to me actually being the makeup artist for Juliet Landau for the High Priestess. We did a couple test makeups, and overall, it's looking good. Yeah, the collaboration has been absolutely phenomenal. I actually was Michael Key, his assistant, back when they were doing the interview process with the whole Makeup Artist magazine. So I was taking notes, and occasionally I'd glance over and see their portfolios. And the work that was just on paper blew my mind. So being here today and actually seeing it in person, it's so eye-opening and astounding to really see it in person. One person in particular who I've had the chance to really work with was Shelby Michael, and the portfolio that I saw that day, I was so taken back by. And looking over, doing Juliet's makeup and looking over and seeing her actually working, it's like a different feeling. It's a better feeling. And she's kind of like become my mentor in a way now. And honestly, I wouldn't want anyone else. She's been absolutely phenomenal teaching me. I've learned so much these past couple days that I'm going to be able to carry with me throughout the rest of my life being a makeup artist. Makeup Artist magazine, to me, is something that one day I want to really be a part of. I had the opportunity to work with Michael one day, and he sat me down and he goes, "So what is it that you want to do?" And this was when I had really first started school, so I still am unsure exactly which route I want to take. I know I want to do TV and film. I absolutely still love doing editorial and like the stuff that we're doing today. So I didn't really know how to answer him. But the magazine itself has opened my eyes to different artists who I'm going to be doing more research on in the future as more magazines come out. And especially now, starting special effects, to look at the special effects makeup magazine. I'm very excited to see the work in there, and that hopefully I'll be able to translate that into my work at the school still. MUD itself is the school that I knew I wanted to be a part of as soon as I was flying here. I was in the airplane and I looked down and I like fell in love instantly. Walking into the school to get that interview, I just knew in my heart that I was in the right place. Granted, it's 3,000 miles away from where I'm originally from, and my parents are still back home, so it's been a little tough. But the school has made me feel as though that they are my second family. And I love them. I'm going to start crying. Seriously, they are like the best, and especially Mr. Deverell. He's been a really great part of my life, and I couldn't ask for a better school.
My name is Allie, and I am assisting Victoria with makeup application today. This has really been a dream come true. I know it sounds so cheesy, but I've really been looking forward to the day I could work on set, and the fact that I could work with Makeup Artist magazine has a whole nother meaning to it, just because before I started getting into makeup, that was kind of the guideline for it, was Makeup Artist magazine. It got recommended to me so many times, and I was like, all right, I'll get into it. And I started reading before I went to school, and now I'm working on a shoot for Makeup Artist magazine, and I'm like, oh my god. So and then working with all of these other really talented, really amazing, really spectacular, kind artists has been so fantastic. It's really, like I said, it's a dream. I'm really excited to be here. So right now I am currently a student at Makeup Designory. I am in the Beauty 301 class, which is where you start working on set, taking photographs with models, all that good stuff. So I'm not even fully through the course yet. So like I said, it's really interesting to be doing a shoot like this with Makeup Artist magazine at this point in my career and in my schooling. It's a really incredible opportunity. I spoke with Yvonne Hocker. She does all the hair classes at Makeup Designory,
And we were actually put in charge of styling a wig for the High Priestess. And she helped kind of guide me through styling that appropriately, especially since it was a really beautiful human hair wig. She kind of walked me through it. She came to the test shoot to kind of see how it was reading on camera. So I'm really thankful for her for that.
So my name is Elizalde, and I'm doing the Empress today. Devril was asking makeup artists for recommendations for young makeup artists that have made some sort of impact in the community so far, and he asked Erin Kruger-Mikash, and she was my mentor, and so she actually recommended me, and Devril decided to put me in this. Collaborating with the other artists has been really fun. I didn't know any of them previously, and now I feel like I know them really well, and we've worked really closely together, and I think we've created this really cool concept together, and I think it's going to be gorgeous. Makeup Artist magazine actually means a lot to me. I grew up reading the magazine because my father has always received it. So it's always been in my house, like from the time I was born. And I've been going to IMAT since it opened, like when I was a baby. So it has a really special place in my heart, and everyone at the magazine has always been really close to me and special to me. So being able to do this with them is a dream come true.
My name's Nicole Strabinsky, and I'm modeling for Eden Elizalde. So today I'll be portraying the Empress, which is like a very sensual card, one of fertility, and also one of like a lot of power.
My name's Samantha Klein. I am doing hair, makeup, wardrobe on the Makeup Artist magazine shoot. I got involved because I was at MUD Makeup School, and I was invited to do a MUD Talks with Dev, and from there he said, you know what, I think there's a project that we can bring you in on, and he invited me. The collaboration has been really good. I think everybody's been crazy supportive of each other. We didn't know each other from the start. We had a lunch together. We were all invited to do this, so we were strangers, and now I have a great group of contacts and friends, and everybody has helped and stepped in any way that they could. So it's been really nice to have that kind of support. It's been challenging in certain ways because we had certain guidelines and boundaries to stick within, so it's not just like this was my idea. So working with a team, you have to be conscious of what their characters are, and is everything going to be cohesive, and it's been challenging but in a really good way. Makeup Artist magazine means to me, I feel endless opportunity. I've just been reading this magazine for 15 some years, and it's been inspiring, and I've gone to all the IMAT trade shows, and I've grown over the years, and I've built a really solid relationship with the Makeup Artist magazine people, and Michael Key specifically has been super supportive. He's watched me really make a blooming career happen, and they've supported me. They've always had my back, and it's really encouraging to keep going, because if somebody's telling you like you don't really have what it takes, or like they really gave me the push to keep going. The Mud Talks, I've actually done one years ago in New York, and then I've done one here in Burbank, and it's always been amazing because you're telling the students basically the real life of the hustle of the freelance of there's not just a straight avenue, and there's more to makeup than just makeup and the art to it. There's business, you need to be professional, you need to be reliable. There's a lot of different components, so that gives an opportunity to kind of just give back to the students. But what they do is their inspiration and their ambition, and they're like, oh, if you can do it, and I'm like, no, I have so much more to go. This is an endless roof here that you're constantly just always growing and climbing and evolving. So when you can talk to the students and you see their inspiration and motivation, and they're coming up to you after and they're like, can I assist you? Can I keep in touch? Do you give workshops? It makes me feel like, well, I'm doing something okay then, So if they're happy, it keeps me going.
My name is Stephanie Jones, and I am modeling as the sun. My character is the sun, so it's supposed to be positive and mean unity, and really excited to be this character. Sam and I have actually known each other for couple years. She was my makeup artist for a headshot photo shoot that I did, and we just became friends and worked a little bit here and there together, and she asked me to do it, and I said, of course.
Feel it?
I'm Trina, and my character was the moon. Collaboration's been amazing. Everybody has been super creative and open with their ideas, which is really fun. And we were all able to work together and pick out colors we all loved. And overall, it's been really helpful because it's narrowed down my vision, and it's been also like a challenge at the same time to like find a common vision between all of us, and I find putting some boundaries on creativity is really good for me and everybody. So I went to Makeup Designory, and it's been an amazing experience because it connected me to a lot of other artists who are actually in the industry, and a lot of those artists who came to speak at MUD were so helpful in showing me the ropes. Steve Prouty was one person who initially pulled me into the whole world in the FX shops where I started, and from there I've met so many other amazing artists who have taught me a lot since graduating.
But I really need the light away.
My name is Jennifer Quinteros, or JQ as everybody knows me, and I am doing The Magician. Honestly, this collaboration has been a really fun process. All of us have been busy. It's October, Halloween, there's haunts, there's movies, there's private clients, there's parties to go to, and so it's actually our busiest time of the month. However, through Facebook Messenger, we were able to give each other tear sheets, show the ideas, bounce ideas off of each other, and so far all of these women have been really amazing and integral to designing anything when it came to the makeups, because it's so important, even though you're doing one makeup, to make sure that it fits in with the rest of them, especially when they're being done so well. And so once the ladies showed what they were doing for their beauty looks, minus all the other intricacies that are involved, I realized that my male character really needs to be either a part of them or completely separate from them. So I was like, who do I play off of the most? And it was great to have Shelby involved, who's doing death, because that's the mirror of everything this character is not. And so when it came to collaborating, sharing ideas, sharing color palettes, going shopping together even, all on Facebook Messenger, which is shocking because I never check it, and it worked. And everybody was really clear and concise and had really brilliant ideas. And I think the biggest part of this group that I really enjoyed, and probably more than anything respect, is compromise. Every single one of us compromised something so that it tied in with someone else's. When it came down to picking hair colors, you know, what kind of tones we would use for our costumes, everybody was very involved. We checked with each other. It was a very respectful, collaborative group, and luckily nobody was waiting too long for an answer or felt like their character wasn't going to be a part of the full picture. So it's kind of like, what a great group of women to be involved with. Artists, not just women, but I think it's super cool that it's women together doing these really cool characters. So I have no idea how to do anything in regards to the costumes. I don't sew, I can't do nothing. So when it came to making the costume, what I did know was aesthetic. And so I created a board of the aesthetic that I wanted the magician to have, and the material aesthetic, because nothing's worse than a great costume in a cheap material, and then it reads horribly on camera. I think we've all seen it. And it's sad because it looks so beautiful in person, and then you put it in the light and in the lens and it doesn't work out. So I went to the person that I thought would know the most about it, and that was Shelby. And I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I gotta know what I want, but don't really know how to do it. You know, how do I get this done? And she was the one who was like, oh, GQ. That's so easy. I have a pattern at home with this very same thing. And so the biggest concern for her was, let's go pick fabrics together so that I know what I'm sewing. And I was like, great, let's go pick fabrics together so I know what will look cheap and what won't. So we went to the fashion district, did some research, and she has this beautiful crimson cape for her death. And so mine needed to be a really lively, vibrant red that wasn't too orange. Again, color palette matters. Just to play off of death. And so she really helped me figure that out. So where I played with texture, she brought in that complete fabrication of it so that my texture could read really beautifully, because that's what's important to the makeup, is the texture. I left the fabrics with her and trusted her, and it was done. It was beautiful. And she gave me photos throughout the whole process. So once again, a really fine example of people working together, not being in the same place at the same time, and still getting something done right the first time. So what does Makeup Artist Magazine mean to me? What doesn't Makeup Artist Magazine mean to me? First of all, when I started in makeup, it was the first, fashion has Vogue, beauty has Glamour and Elle, there's a magazine for every occupation if you find it, and depending on how many people do it, quite frankly. So when I found out that magazine existed, I went in deep, and I realized you can literally back order every single issue that they had. And so I did that, and it became a Bible. It became a guideline. Makeup Artist Magazine becomes a little bit of your outline, your textbook, not because it's necessarily telling you everything, but because the people that you've been admiring your whole life, or watching their work in films, or hoping to be like them one day, have probably been featured in Makeup Artist Magazine. And if you pay enough attention to not only the written article, which is really important that you soak up as much as you can, but also paying attention to the photos while you're reading that article, and realizing that you're being given answers right in front of you if you just put two and two together, that's what that meant to me. So when I wanted to create really beautiful dirt, I went to Makeup Artist Magazine and checked out their dirt issue. When they did a collaboration with the artists from Lost to show the layers of dirt and how they got that. When I wanted to see out of kit effects, it's in the back of the magazine, so I can just go over there and be like, oh, look what they did with lipstick. That's great. So it's just kind of a cool outline, guideline, textbook Bible that you kind of take with you, read it, absorb it, use what you want, like people like to do. Don't use what you don't want, and then put your own spin on it. And without that magazine, I wouldn't have met my idols. I wouldn't have met anyone at IMATS. I wouldn't have respected it as much if I didn't know that a makeup artist like Michael Key decided that a community like us needed this magazine to be important. And it is important. And so it's really, really great that we have something that's published that anybody in the world can buy to not only see your work, but if they don't have access to these things, and if they're not getting the content online, or they're watching a billion Instagram videos on how to do the same eye look, they can turn to something else and see something totally different, and realism at its finest, and all of our artists on the scale from fashion to film in one place. So it kind of becomes like what's the next one coming out? Do I want the beauty issue? Do I want the effects issue? It's almost kind of like a comic book, like people would feel about comic books, and that's how I felt about it. A, I love reading. B, I love colored photos. And C, I like knowledge without asking, You just buy the magazine and boom, there's knowledge.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Ariti, and today I'm assisting JQ with her magician makeup. JQ and I met about a year ago on a movie called The Wind, and I was her key makeup artist, and she taught me a lot of stuff there. We filmed in New Mexico, and we met back up in LA, and we've been friends ever since. And she knew that I wanted to start getting into beards and learning how to lay them better, and working with pieces, lace pieces and stuff like that. So she asked me if I wanted to help her, because she knew that it would be valuable education, basically, on the fly. Makeup Artist Magazine, to me, means community, because I feel like it makes artists that you look up to as a kid, or even now and as you progress in your career, it makes them seem, like right in your living room, talking to you, giving you advice, I think that's pretty priceless. Makeup Artist Magazine is great if you need reference photos, if you need product recommendation, tips and tricks for things that may be giving you a hard time. You know, you have this whole community that basically has the answers for you, and it's in your, like, the palm of your hands. That's pretty priceless. I went to school at Makeup Designory, and I had a lot of wonderful teachers there. Mud has helped me tremendously, even though I'm really early in my career. They helped me to, number one, believe in myself and help me step up to the plate. And I feel like when you first get out of school, you're really scared to actually put all these things into practice. And they kind of helped me just do it and get there, because they asked these things of me and I just had to provide it because it was my job. So that always helps kind of get you out of your comfort zone, and then you can kind of relax and your creativity starts, and it's just going good from there.
Hi, I'm Aaron Gallagher, and I'm the Magician Tarot card. I'm the combination of the divine and earthly. That's why my right hand is like gold, and then my left hand is earthly and it's cracked.
My name is Sasha Glasser, and my character is Justice. So a group of makeup artists were at a lunch, and Deborah was there too, and so we were talking about our ideas for this shoot, and we just went through a bunch, and I think Shelby came up with the tarot card theme. When I see a makeup artist magazine, I just know that I'm going to pick it up and be instantly inspired and inspiration into my life.
My name's Danica. I'm Sasha's model today, and I've been Sasha's model for years and years and years, and this is my first time being completely blind. And I am the character Justice, who is all about sticking with the law, making sure everything's fair, and she's completely blind as well.
Okay, then okay.